Welcome back to OwlSports Update. Now, we were not the only ones making the 12-hour journey to one of the most historic venues in the country. OwlScoop.com editor John DiCarlo always provides exclusive insider information and now joins us on set. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, so our first question, obviously, taking on Notre Dame in its season opener is a sure sign that the Temple program is heading in the right direction. What does this game say about the steps the university is taking to strengthen the program?
Well, I think they've always been able to schedule good teams and top-tier programs, and now the next step for them is going out and winning one of those games. I think the biggest difference, and Matt was literally just talking about this 20 minutes ago or half an hour ago at his weekly press conference, was they're not into moral victories anymore. A lot of the guys after the game were saying we should have had this. You know, we were moving the ball. We had a chance to put more points on the board. It's no longer a situation where like, oh, gee, this is really cool. We went out and played in a big stadium. They've done that before. I think they have to find the right mix of taking what they can from this game but not really being satisfied with it. So I think that step had already been there in terms of playing against top-notch programs. Now you have to go out and win a couple of those games.
Now, John, I know the scoreboard read 28-6, but is it kind of fair to say that Temple played a bit better than the stat sheet indicated?
Oh, sure. I mean, when you consider that they started Cody Booth at left tackle, who was playing tight end last year, Kyle Friend's a sophomore, Zach Hooks is a sophomore. I mean, that game, and it's no disrespect to those guys, but that game had some potential disaster written all over it. And, you know, Lewis Nix gets one tackle, 3 penalties, no sacks. They really held their own. They moved the ball against a very good defense, probably the best defense they'll see all year. So I think there are things that you can take from it. But again, the key is now applying what you've learned from Saturday and not going out and laying up against a very good Houston team that runs a ton of plays. And they may not be a household name, but they're very good.
Right.
So when Matt Rule took the head coaching job back in December, he stressed that every position was an open competition. A lot of their guys got their first real game experience this weekend. Who stood out to you the most?
I think you have to start with the most obvious point being Connor Riley. I mean, I thought he played a terrific game. There were a couple of times where they ran a corner blitz, and again, it looked like he didn't see it. And at the last minute, he takes one step forward, makes the adjustment, delivers the pass. And he threw a couple of nice throws to Armando Loach, to Coyer over the middle. The one guy he wasn't in sync with, ironically enough, was his best receiver, and Jalen Fitzpatrick. But I think Connor played really well. I think you saw a couple of good things out of, I mean, just even Deion Dawkins rolling in on the offensive line. But I think everything starts with Connor.